2. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go on vacation. Cabo, Hawaii, Vegas.
Every time I do that Dak voice, man, and I get here we go. It hurts my throat down there, man. I don't know how he digs deep in there. I did it only twice today, and my voice is gone. Boy, was that a shellacking, a butt kicking, just a waxing. What do you want to call it? Whatever adjective you want to come up with. That was a beatdown. That was a beatdown that the Green Bay Packers put on the Dallas Cowboys, and the Niners gonna get the Packers Saturday afternoon, 1:30. Not official, but I'm calling it. I said it days ago. If Niners will either play Saturday if the Rams or Packers win, and if they both lost, they would face the winner of the Bucs-Eagles on Sunday, because the NFL is not going to schedule a Monday night game on Saturday, period. No so way. Niners are playing Saturday. Book it. It'll be the early game. So it'll be a 1:30 start time, California. And it is going to be not an easy game, because Green Bay, remember, was the 1 seed just a couple years ago. Niners went into Green Bay and beat them. Don't you think that for 1 minute that the Packers don't want to get a payback? And
no doubt.
Sometimes these things happen, but the Niners better be on their guard, not take this game lightly at all, because you could see that Green Bay offense is really kicking into high gear. And Jordan Love, man, he's onto something. He is getting better and better and better. Wow. What do you think, Los? You think McCarthy gets the axe in the morning, or do you think they
I think he gets the axe in about an hour.
You think Jerry Jones will pull it or pull the trigger?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, there's one thing to lose. It's another thing. And that final score was not indicative of how the game went.
No.
Dak, not throwing interceptions all year, being careful with the ball. He threw a horrible pick six, threw another bad interception near his goal line. I would be surprised if Dak and McCarthy are both back next year. Jerry's pissed. I've already talked to a few Cowboy fans that live in Dallas. It's going to blow up. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. And rightfully so. I've said to anybody that will listen for the last month, I haven't had a chance to view a lot of football stuff or express a lot of football stuff on here lately, but I've told anybody that is a Dallas Cowboy fan, you cannot consider yourself contenders if you can't do the two most fundamental things that you do in playoff football: run the ball and stop the run. They cannot do either. They're a flash, finesse, throw the ball, fantasy football, statistics football team. That is what they are. When it comes down to January and February, you need to be able to fundamentally be able to run and stop the run. Dallas can't do that. Green Bay ran all over them. So I'm surprised that they lost the way they did, but I thought Green Bay would play them tough. So hasta la vista. That's one team I cannot stand.
Yeah,
so
I love it.
Better.
I actually picked the couple nights ago when we made picks when Bora was on. I picked the Cowboys. My head said Cowboys. My heart said Packers, but I changed the pick Friday night. Eric and I were doing picks, and I think I took the Pack 28-27.
Nice.
So I think you did.
Yeah. So right now I'm 3 for 3 in the playoffs.
That's a great pick.
I thought it would be a close game.
Yeah.
I did not expect what we saw today. I don't know if anybody expected that, but maybe the Packers.
I expected Green Bay to score because they don't have one good receiver like Dallas does. They have 3 legitimate receivers. So I expected them to score. What I did not expect was I didn't expect Dallas to struggle so bad on offense.
This could line up to be an interesting weekend, because if the Rams happen to win tonight, the winner of Monday night's Bucks-Eagles game will host the Rams. That's crazy. That's crazy. You could have all three wild card teams, of there's three wild card teams. Yeah, you could have all three wild card teams win. The Eagles could actually host the Rams if the Eagles and Rams win. That would be disgusting. Get a actual home game.
Who do you like? Who do you like tonight? Who do you guys like?
The Lions. I picked them 34-31. I'm going to stick
Lions.
with it.
Yeah. I think everybody's saying Rams, and I understand why. But that crowd's going to be electric. I can't see Detroit not playing really well, but it's going to be a tight game because neither defense is really all that.
Yeah, I have the Niners and Detroit matching up in the NFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, this is going to be interesting because look at it this way. I don't know, Packers, Bucks, Eagles, Rams, who you really wanted. I mean, if you could pick your ideal pick would probably be the Bucks, just because they don't have the weapons to keep up with the Niners. But with this win tonight and convincingly, Kyle Shanahan now has gained a whole extra day to game plan.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to wait for the Monday night game. He knows he's playing the Packers. He knew he was playing the Packers 2 hours ago. And they are right now, working on game plan, what he's going to put in. And that game plan will probably, be made by the end of tomorrow. They'll walk through it, I'm sure, mentally, film Tuesday, and then they'll start putting it into practice on Wednesday and Thursday.
Green Bay.
Hey, question for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Question for both of you guys. Was the Packers defense that good, or was it the Cowboys offense that bad? Or is it a combination of both?
You want to go, Dan?
Yeah, I think it was a combination of both. I think the defensive coordinator, Brady, was mixing up a lot of different looks, and then he was playing 5 down. I don't know why the Cowboys weren't throwing more on first down. That was just dumb. They should have been doing play action and, making quick passes.
Because all the points that the Cowboys pretty much got there towards the end was all garbage time. They were
they were on the second team defense, and
yeah, exactly.
And I also think
so. That's interesting.
I knew the game. I knew they were in trouble, the Cowboys, when it was either 7-0 or 14-0, and CeeDee Lamb was bickering every play with Dak. It was like, this is not good. When you got your star receiver. I think one time Dak, if I'm not mistaken, I think he told him enough, or he either said enough or shut up. I picked that up. It was like, because CeeDee Lamb was coming back, whining, complaining. And speaking of whining and complaining, I thought of this last night, and we didn't have a show. I'm getting a little tired of Patrick Mahomes whining every time he gets hit.
Yep.
Like, he is LeBron James of the NFL. He thinks he's entitled He thinks he's entitled to every call should be roughing the passer. Come on, Mahomes, you're better than that. I mean, how many shots did Jordan Love take today that were borderline?
Shut up and play.
He doesn't whine and complain and call for. Mahomes is like LeBron James. Every stinking time he got hit, he's complaining to the refs. I hope Buffalo just destroys him.
I would answer your question, Eric, and say that I would lean a little more towards Green Bay played well than Dallas played bad. And here's why. I always thought that Dallas has one weapon, CeeDee Lamb. their running game is nothing to be scared at. I mean, Pollard may put up a few stats, but their other receivers are trash. Their tight end is pretty good, but CeeDee Lamb is everything. A great offense to me is when you have multiple weapons. And Dallas has one superstar, CeeDee Lamb. I never understood why teams, and CeeDee Lamb went crazy this last 6 weeks. He won a lot of people fantasy championships, the stats that he put up in the last 6 weeks of the season. But I never understood why teams did not press him and play a safety behind him. That is what Green Bay did. If you notice the pick six, Dak tried to force it to CD. They had a guy pressing him at the line of scrimmage and a safety or a linebacker behind them. They forced the rest of the players on Dallas to make plays, and they couldn't. That's not going to work against the Niners because the Niners have 5 weapons on offense, not just one. So I thought it was a great game plan by Green Bay. I think Dallas made a few adjustments, but it was too late by then. That pick six and the pick by the goal line, that killed Dallas's chances. And they can't run the ball. Let's be real. The Niners can run the ball. You have to run the ball in the postseason. So Green Bay is going to face a whole different beast next week. A team that has 5 offensive weapons and a team that can physically run the ball. And their defense is not as light in the booty as Dallas is. Dallas is a light team. You can run at them. You can't just line up and run against the Niners. So that being said, Green Bay has a lot of confidence, and I think it'll be a challenging game for sure next week.
Yeah, the Cowboys on that pick six. What was interesting to me is I think that was a direct correlation between the pick six, like you said, Los. He forced it into CeeDee Lamb. It's because CeeDee Lamb was complaining on every play, get me the ball. So when you're into that kind of pressure, Green Bay was playing loose. Dallas, I'm telling you, that whole situation down there in Dallas is a mess. And it's because of its Super Bowl or bust for these guys. And they can't even get to the NFC Championship game.
Nope.
They haven't been able to get there in ages. They are this is bad. This is bad.
It starts with their owner, Dan. Their owner,
absolutely.
And it trickles down. He's a very me. There's not a camera or a microphone that he doesn't like.
Oh, that's the other thing. Where was the cameras today? I saw Jerry Jones once or twice.
Yeah.
How come when it's all the Cowboys, everything's crazy? We have to see him 20 times.
I was hoping they'd show him a few more times and see him slumped on the shoulders and looking around. But yeah, you're right. When Dallas is winning, you see at least 7 to 8 shots of him high-fiving.
Man, it's so sickening.
And it's just typical media. I can't wait to see Nick Wright, who sucks Dallas off all the time, and all these other national hosts that just are Dallas this, Dallas that. Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless tweeted in the third quarter he was pulling for the Packers. What a front runner, because he wanted he wanted Dallas to lose so badly that he wants Jerry to clean house and start fighting.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? The 16 points, the 16 points they put on him in the game with under 6 minutes to go. That's just don't even look at that score. They were down 32 points with 6 minutes to go. I did see Skip say when it was 14-0, I think he said Dallas was going to lose by 28. He was close. I mean, you could tell that Dallas did not come ready to play.
That's why McCarthy's going to lose.
Yeah, that's on the head coach. That is on the head coach. Did you see Jimmy Johnson at halftime?
Oh my God.
He acted like he was the head coach in there.
Hey, he might come out of retirement. Who knows?
That was not something that you would see Mike McCarthy do.
The talk is Belichick is going to go there immediately. That is the hot talk right now. I don't think Belichick and Jerry can coexist.
I don't think so.
Jerry cannot tell Belichick what to do. That would be a clash.
He's got to back away. You don't see Jed York. The camera's panning Jed York.
Not at all.
No, it's all John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan. Jed was smart. He backed away. He knew, look, I got to turn it over to football people. And that's what the Niners did. And you know what? Let's end it right here. That's what the Giants need to do. The San Francisco Giants need to turn it over to true baseball men and stop this nonsense. Los, I don't know what your thoughts were on this whole thing with Jordan Hicks. I love the signing. I hate the idea of making him a starter.
Hate it.
Yeah.
That's so Giants.
Stupid.
Like, let's not give starter money to legitimate starters. Let's go on the cheap and let's get a bullpen guy, give him bullpen money, and let's try to make him a starter. That's so far on. Like, just hey, I want that's like buying one of those Chrysler 300s and you put one of those Phantom decals on the front and make it look like a Phantom. It's a Chrysler 300. Stop. That's what Farhan does.
Oh man,
that's so
unbelievable. But we're gonna get going here. The kickoff is just starting for the LA Rams at the Detroit Lions. Who do you got? Who did we pick tonight? I picked the Lions 34-31.
I picked Detroit.
Yeah, unanimous. I think Detroit wins 30-24.
Yeah. Mark Gray says doesn't mean Hicks is going to be a starter for 4 years. I think he's a starter for about 2 months, which is really stupid. They're going to stretch him out, and then he won't be worth anything because he'll thrown too many innings. And my guess is if you push him too hard, Hicks does something and it's not
gets
good.
Hurt.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll talk about more of that next week. But my point is either I like my ideas. I got 2 ideas for him. Either make him your 8th inning setup guy and go get a starter and make the, Giants won under Sabian with pitching, defense, and timely hitting.
Yep.
They weren't the best hitting team in baseball, but they were the best pitching and right at the top in defense. Giants, I put a tweet out, were 28th in hitting last year, 30th out of 30 defensively, 11th in pitching. You can do that with pitching at 11th, but you better be top 5 pitching or top 5 defense and top, say 15 hitting if you're going to have any chance of contending for anything. So
Greg Dayton's back. Look at him. Haven't seen him in a while.
All right, Greg Dayton. Yeah,
been a while.
Yeah. So I think it's absolutely crazy. But my idea was, if you guys haven't heard, make him the 8th inning setup man, or make him your closer. Trade Duvall, trade a couple other guys that brings you back Jesus Luzardo and Luis Arias. And then you've got 2 great hitters, because I think Jung-Hoo Lee is going to be a really good hitter. And you actually, if you put Arias, if you go out and get Arias, Farhan, you actually make your investment for Jung-Hoo Lee even better, because Jung-Hoo Lee will see a lot better pitches in the leadoff position if Arias is batting second. You don't want to start the game second and third, no out.
Right.
Oh, if they get my boy Arias, I'll be putting some Giants gear back on.
Yeah, absolutely. We all will. Giants, let's have some excitement with guys slapping that ball all around the field.
Yep.
All right, guys. You guys got any closing thoughts?
No.
No.
Just a beautiful day so far.
Yeah. All right, guys. This was just a quick show just to make an appearance, get it out there. Dallas crushed. Los predicts. You heard here on NorCal Sports Network, Jerry Jones will be gone before the end of the night, before the night is over.
And one last thought, please bow your heads and rest in peace to all the Dallas Cowboy fans' television sets. Good night.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you guys
tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah,
8:30.
after the Bucks. After the Bucks.
Or what time?
Eagles game. Yep. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Sounds good.
Go watch Lions Rams. We'll see you.